The Wycliffe Foundation has always been incredibly generous with its bursary provision for all three of its schools. But it became increasingly clear that we had more and more students who wanted to come to the school but whose parents simply couldn't afford to pay. So that was sort of the general reason why I felt it was important that we set up our own bursary fund. But there were also two individual students who, if you like, acted as the catalyst for that. One, it was a single dad who'd worked incredibly hard to keep his son at school, got all the way through to the sixth form, but then came in and just said, look, I simply have run out of money. And for me, that was such an important moment. It made me just realise we had to do something. Now, we managed to raise some money. We managed to keep the boy at school through the sixth form. He went off to Cambridge and was a great success. The other case was a boy, this time with a single mum, from a local council estate, Afro-Caribbean boy, delightful boy, who came to us on a bursary, and he was a great singer. And I remember going up to the Royal Opera House to watch the Trinity Boys Choir, and there was this young lad on a bursary scheme performing at the Royal Opera House. And it just made me realise that probably no other school in the country, in fact probably no other school in the world, could give students that same opportunity. So we had to do more to raise money to allow more students with real talent to come to the school. Bursaries obviously give a huge advantage and benefit to those who receive them, but actually they are incredibly advantageous and beneficial for the school community as a whole. It's really important that a school reflects its local community, and one of the lovely things about Croydon is that it is so diverse. It's diverse ethnically, there's great socio-economic diversity, and for Trinity to be a school that's in its local community and part of the local community, it needs to have youngsters, both boys and now sixth form girls, who represent the community they come from. And I think all students benefit from having youngsters in the school who maybe are not the same as them. I was fortunate. I went to a boarding school, but everyone there was wealthy. And so that wasn't actually a great upbringing and a great education for me. So having a diverse and inclusive community is a fundamental part of an outstanding education. I know that many of you who will remember me from your time at Trinity, you're probably in the position at the moment where there's families coming along, there's undoubtedly mortgages happening, and I completely understand that. But if there's anything that you can do to give back to the school, I hope you felt and you feel now that you received a great deal from Trinity, not just academic education, but education for the whole person. And if you do feel that there's a chance to give something back to the school, whether it's your time or expertise or ultimately with some money, all I can say is that future generations of both boys and girls will be incredibly grateful to you.